Welcome to the next session of Dr. Plotzker's Mind. The spring semester at the Osher Institute of Lifelong Learning, also known as OLLI, sponsored by the University of Delaware, got underway today. It's one of my highlights, actually two of my highlights since there are 2 semesters. They charge a flat fee now, so for $250, you can sign up for as many courses as you would like. I wanted to register for an art appreciation course as my first choice. One session meets the first half of the semester. The other session meets the second half of the semester. But as in the past, there's a limited enrollment. It was oversubscribed, and I was shut out. Instead, I started a course on water, the protection of water, how it gets from rainfall or snow melt to usable. And even the first session changed my insight. I think of water as being something primarily for drinking or household use, maybe agricultural use, and don't think of it so much as non-consumed water that has a recreational purpose, which could be something like swimming or boating or fishing, where the quality of the water is a little bit looser than what's needed for internal consumption, but it can get contaminated to the extent where its use has to be restricted. The other thing I learned is that the water that we have where I live does not necessarily originate where I live. It originates, about 40 miles north of where I live, or slightly northwest in the foothills of Pennsylvania, where there are Amish communities that need the water for agriculture. They raise dairy cattle, and they let their dairy cattle do their thing in the streams that eventually find their way southward to where I live. Looks like it's going to be a really good course. I thought I had signed up for a second half Zoom course originating downstate. It's about the Texas Rangers. It's given by somebody whose class I've taken before, who gives an outstanding class, usually about things that occur in the 19th century developing America, the American heartland. It turned out that this series goes for the entire semester, so it starts tomorrow. I have Thursdays off because of Passover. I intentionally did not schedule classes for Thursdays, and it looks like I don't have any for Wednesdays either. On Fridays, I have 2, both taught by the same person, both in the morning, which gets me up a little bit earlier than I'm used to getting up, or at least being at an appointment. But because the teacher is so capable I don't mind taking 2 consecutive courses from him, even if the instructional time amounts to 2.5 hours. So I am very much looking forward to this. Now, it turns out that the other advantage to this is that you get to be with other people, which is rather important if you're a senior coming off COVID restrictions and are spending the majority of your life looking at a screen. I still look at too many screens. But this becomes a reason to immerse myself with other walkie-talkie types of people of similar age. We'll have to see how the classes go, but so far I am very optimistic about how it has started. Thank you so much for joining me for this session of Dr. Plotzker's Mind.